Alrighty, so kind of a random video, um, but it is getting close to winter here, and past couple of years things have been okay. Didn't get too cold. I think we got mid 30s a couple of nights, not for too long. Most of these plants, if it doesn't go under 32 degrees, they'll be fine. I mean, even brief drops under 32, they'll survive, at least in Florida, because it doesn't stay under 32 for too long here. Typically, if you look at a chart, which I have a video like way back whenever I first started making these on kind of using a smart home software to like monitor temperatures in your yard. But if you look at a chart that's like following temperature over time, typically what you'll see is during the day it's up here, and then at night it kind of goes and around 6 o'clock, it'll be at its coldest, and then as soon as the sun comes back up, it's like that, back up to where it was during the day. So if you can make it past that little dip to the point, probably going to be okay. Most of these plants will be fine. Some of the Suriname cherries that I've had have gotten a little burnt up from the cold weather, just consistently cold. But they shed those cold damaged leaves and pop them back out. So if we come over here and look, I've got these ones in pots that I've just completely neglected. I got these Suriname cherry seedlings from, I found a plant in Dunedin just grown out of someone's yard, kind of like hanging over into the Airbnb we were staying at. And so these are seedlings from that. So I'm not sure what kind of variety it is. They were red, but I don't know if they were ripe. But anyways, so I've been growing these from seed, really neglecting them. But this is like the burnt growth from last year, and it hasn't grown that much this year because I've been neglecting it. It really needs to be potted up. I'm almost certain, I mean, look at the roots in there. I'm almost certain if I potted that up, it would immediately turn dark green again. But these aren't really priority plants in my book. But a really good example is the one I had in the ground out here, completely unprotected. I think it's already shed all of its old leaves. So it looked exactly like that one in that pot, but you can see after the New Year's growth, it's come back out of it. So as long as it doesn't kill the plant, they'll bounce back. At least the Myrtaceae will. I'm sure, like a durian, for example, might croak, but even then, it would probably be okay. But I don't think you'd ever fruit a durian because of that. But anyways, so seedlings are a little bit more sensitive. So I've got a ton of them. All these rare Jabos in here and Garcinias. I don't really want to risk losing them in case we do get like a freak frost or something like that. Because when they're smaller, they're a lot more vulnerable and all that. So, anyways, to my point, first year I've been doing this because usually I bring everything inside, but nowadays I don't have enough room. So I've had to compromise, and I got this little pop-up greenhouse. It's made out of like aluminum, which is kind of nice. It only costs like $60 on Amazon. There's a bunch of them on there, so you kind of pick whichever ones you want. But really easy to throw it together. It's got like, kind of smells like a pool float kind of plastic all over it. And so what I usually do if I'm gonna cover a plant up, I will wrap it in frost cloth, and then give it a little heating element to kind of heat it up. And you can really get away with, in Florida, just having these little incandescent light bulbs. So I'll probably do another strip of these, but that'll raise the temperature in this greenhouse by like 2, 3, 4 degrees, which in my zone is more than enough to get through like a freak frost. So and it'll also kind of create like this radiating bubble of heat. Also kind of helps keep my plants organized. So I might keep this during the year and just take the top off and keep the plants on here. I don't know. We'll see. I need to get some shelving like this just to put along the side here for these seedlings, probably generally, but yeah, so that's kind of my idea. And I'll have an outdoor plug going over to here, and part of my smart home software, I'll have like a little, it's very messy back here, I've been trying to clean up, but I'll have a little switch that I can turn on and off remotely and put on a timer. So but yeah, so I've got all my rare seedlings in here. I'll probably shove whatever I can fit on the floor in there. It'll be especially useful for being out of town for Christmas time. I'll have a little bit of peace of mind while we're gone that some of my favorite rare stuff will be okay. And some of these other plants too, like the bigger ones will most likely be fine in the pots, especially if I crowd them up against this thing that's going to be radiating heat. So I'll probably, if there's a cold event coming through, I'll push all these up together up against this the frame of this thing and kind of just let it become a little light bulb. But yeah, the cats also like it, so I guess that's pretty good too. But regardless, I figured I'd just post a little update on that. Pretty cool, fun to set up. First time trying it. See how it works out. I'm sure it'll be fine. With my luck, it won't even get below 35 degrees this year, so but it'll be great for everything outside. That's always something I'm worried about. I am telling myself I'm not frost protecting anything this year except for things that I know are young and expensive and rare. Anything that can be easily replaced will be frost protected in a cold event. But you got to let your plants go through some cold weather to get acclimated to those kinds of things, and what doesn't kill them makes them stronger. So it's not always a great idea to let your plants not experience cold. But anyways, I'm done rambling. Throw this up here in a bit, and y'all have a good weekend.